doesn't like cats, but he never met Kitty. Kitty says Grandpa Wilhelm locked her up in this room. Isn't that awful? Kitty is my best friend.
Yes, I can feel the magic fading. Oh, I had forgotten how it feels not to be caged.
Kitty? What's happening?
A wonderful thing, my dear, for both of us.
Alright guys, I'm back. That was an interesting little solving puzzle, and now Kitty's about to do something bad to us, so let's watch it.
Anywhere. I have changed my mind. I like the girl. I do not think I will find another like her.
Oh, so I get to go with you after all?
As you wish. Close your eyes, my darling. This will take but a moment.
Yes, this is what I wanted to see. And your reward, I'm certain you will find. I will go now to my...
That wasn't what I wanted, damn it! Okay, luckily there's an autosave right after I finished that, so... Let's try this again.
A wonderful thing, my dear, for both of us. I have changed my mind. I like the girl. I do not think I will find another like her.
Oh, so I get to go with you after all?
Ugh, I will take her anyhow. She is mine.
Kitty, you're scaring me. I won't let you inside me. I won't.
Alrighty, there we go. Sorry, Morgan, I know you didn't like it, but yeah. That was the result I wanted with Suzuka. Come on, stop being stunned. Heal. Heal. Also, you dick, heal. There we go. There she goes. Get rid of the corpses. And dead. Helm of Holodith, Court of Shattered Dreams. Interesting name. Thank you. Alrighty. That was fun. Yeah, Suzuka can't resist a puzzle, so she'd still have done it anyway. Hi, I'm gonna kill ya. Wah! Alright, that was fun. Any more monstrosities to kill? Nah, seems good now. Nope. Spoke too soon. You're dealing no damage to me. Well, you're dealing damage, but not nearly enough to actually, you know, kill me. Do-do-do. Hi!
You did it! You freed her! Thank you so much!
I'm sorry I ran away, Daddy. I was so scared.
It's all right, Butterfly. You're safe now. All the bad creatures are gone. The phrase to activate Shale is Doolan Han. If you still want that bloody thing. I wouldn't if I were you. Now we should go, and quickly. Thank you again. We owe you our lives.
Of course. Yay! Out we go. Luckily we have a shortcut out of here, so... Hey. Alright, let's go activate Shale. One of my personal favorite characters of this game so far.
I knew that the day would come when someone would find the control rod. And not even a mage this time. Probably stumbled across the rod by accident, I suppose. Typical. So it knew what it was doing. Shocking. I stood here in this spot and watched the wretched little villagers scurry around me for, oh, I have no idea how long. Many, many years.
Oh, you poor dear. That would be really, really boring.
And the villagers had no idea they were being watched. Creepy.
Then one wonders that you wouldn't be grateful to the one who allowed you to stretch your legs, Gollum.
Another mage, I see. Charming. I was just beginning to get used to the quiet, too. Tell me, are all the villagers dead? Some got away, then. How unfortunate. Familiarity breeds contempt, as they say, and after 30 years as a captive audience, I was as familiar with these villagers as one could possibly be. Not that I wish their fate on them, no, but it did make for a delightful change of pace. Well, go on then. Out with it. What is its command? Perhaps. I may have forgotten after all the years of being called Gollum. Gollum, fetch me that chair. Do be a good Gollum and squash that insipid bandit. And let's not forget, Gollum, pick me up. I tire of walking. It does have the control rod, doesn't it? I am awake, so it must. I see the control rod, yet I feel... Go on, order me to do something.
Hey!
And, nothing. I feel nothing. I feel no compulsion to carry out its command. I suppose this means the rod is... broken? Don't be ridiculous. Well, I wouldn't mind killing the birds. Those evil birds and their foul droppings. I could crush them all. I suppose if I can't be commanded, this means I have free will, yes? It is simply, what should I do? I have no memories beyond watching this village for so long. I have no purpose. I find myself at a bit of a loss. What about it? It must have awoken me for some reason, no? What did it intend to do with me? May I ask what sorts of things it gets up to for which I could be so potentially useful? The Darkspawn are an evil that must be destroyed, it's true, though not as evil as the birds. Damnable feathered fiends. I suppose I have two options, do I not? Go with it or go elsewhere? I do not even know what lies beyond this village.
Are you certain you want to bring that thing with us? It could be dangerous and large. You're welcome. It's good to have a purpose, you know.
I will follow it about then. For now. I am called Shale, by the way. It would rather I was called Flint. Pebbles. How about rubble?
I like Shale. Shale's funny. Alright, let's take out Alistair for a little bit. Pop in Shale. And let's give her some equipment. Now, like Barkimedes, Shale has very unique weapons and armors. She can only equip crystals. That's what we've been collecting so far. Now, my recommendation is pick a type of crystal and have that be her base. You know, have her have that equipped innately, you know, the whole time. Suzuka's going to have her be a lightning golem for now. So, that. Excuse me. There we are. Okay, so let's get with this. Shale has two forms of equipment: a weapon and an armor. They're mostly cosmetic, I guess, in terms of what they look like. Obviously, they get really cool later on, though. But they give us some nice little stuff. Like, for example, this gives her a plus 5% electricity damage. It converts all damage she deals into electrical damage, which is awesome. The armor version gives her a plus 10 electrical resistance. Now, there are up to, I believe, 5 types of crystals she can equip. Let me check real quickly on that. This might cause a little glitching, and I apologize. Crystal. Nope. Chipped lightning. Nope. Let's just put in Shale and look at our weapons. Where are they? There we go. Okay. So, she has, 5 tiers of weaponry. She has the chip, which is the base. These are the very small types. Then there's flawed, a little bit better. Then the clear, then the flawless, and then finally her ultimate's brilliant. Now, you will not be able to find these equipments for a while. So, yeah. Well, you can find them in shops and sometimes in chests, but you won't find the big ones until you get a little bit higher up. Now, if you equip the same type of crystals, they will gain a extra oomph behind them. For example, if I were to equip a lightning crystal to her weapon and armor, she'll get a plus 10 electrical resistance to it. So yeah, it's pretty nice. My advice, like I said earlier, just collect one of each elemental type, and when you find a better version of it, sell it out and switch it in. And the only time you should really switch what type of attack she does or what type of defense she gains is when you are fighting something that's that specific. Like, say, you fight against a dragon, so you equip the large fire crystal to her and equip a ice to her arms. And that'll make it so you deal more damage to them and you take less damage from them. So it's pretty helpful. Like I said, though, Shale is one of my favorite characters. She's so cool. And please tell me I'm not the only one that hears a female voice whenever she talks. I can't help it. It's all I hear when I hear her talk. Also, since we have some, actually, any gem, I should say, that has the words remarkable in them is a gift for Shale. There you go.
Very nice.
Alrighty, onwards! This is the earliest I've ever gotten Shale in the game, so yeah, kind of cool. I love this. Hold on. Oh, Shale. Okay, we're actually going to stop at camp real quickly. Now we can talk to Shale and learn more about her, but I'm going to do that later on off screen. The only reason I'm stopping by here is so I can sell some junk we have and switch in Alistair into my party for a cutscene when we get to Redcliffe. Also, the each of the gems that you get to that equip to Shale will actually have a slightly different appearance depending on their level. The armor ones will get a little bit bigger and bigger until they're actually full-form crystals on her back, not these little barnacles of crystals. And the attack ones actually start emanating their element, which is really cool, especially the spirit one.
I'm sure.
Alright. Don't need. Why are there two different ones? Intriguing! Alright then. Over here. Got a second, don't need. Nope. Nope, keeping that. Nope. This gives me a +2 strength, dexterity, and attack, which is pretty nice. Don't need. My advice also, by the way, if you have any of those gems in the other that you can sell them to Bowden here. Bodhan here, however you pronounce his name. Later on, we can use those to gain EXP. So since I don't have the Warden's Keep DLC, which comes with a party chest, found that out a little too late. Let's save over this. Yeah. Since I found out that I don't have that, and it comes with a party chest, I sort of use him as an impromptu chest.
Indeed.
Just for a little bit, Alistair. Except, how can I do that? Off to Redcliffe Village! Ah, great, a cutscene in between. Lovely. What do we have going on here? Ah, Darkspawn, lovely. Ah, the Alpha. Whoop, boom! Heal. He's huge compared to Suzuka. There are traps all over this battlefield, by the way, as well. Chuck. Oh. Alright, dismantle, dismantle, dismantle. Oh, I can't dismantle them. My dexterity isn't high enough. Shit.
Right ahead.
Oh well. Alright, let's just avoid all the traps. Put your sword away. Finally figured out how to make my sword go away. All I have to do is actually stop while it's out, and then move forward, and she'll just go, boop, put it back.
Look, can we talk for a moment? I need to tell you something. I should probably have told you earlier.
FYI, this cutscene only pops up if you have Alistair in your party when you enter Redcliffe at this point in time. As far as I can tell.
Yes, that's right. I stopped you to tell you that I'm an idiot. Whew! Thank the Maker you know already. Now I can stop worrying I'll be found out. I am? That... No, never mind that. I'm not trying to be cute. I'm trying to be serious. Just listen. Well, let's see. How do I tell you this? We're almost at Redcliffe. Did I say how I know Al Eamon exactly? No. Why would you think that? Wait, don't answer that. Just let me finish. I'm a bastard. My mother was a serving girl at Redcliffe Castle, and she died when I was born. Al Eamon took me in and raised me before I was sent to the Chantry. The reason he did that was because, well, because my father was King Marek, which made Kaelin my half-brother, I suppose.
Okay, I'm going to explain something real quickly because etymology has changed for the term bastard over time. Okay, so the term bastard, it doesn't mean what it did in this time frame as it does now. Back then, a bastard was a person whose father denied their son or child as being his. This is because a child could inherit the eldest child could inherit the father's lands and titles, yada yada yada. So there's a lot of that type of deal. It caused a lot of problems back in the day, but over time it went from insulting someone due to their father not accepting them to just being a general term. So that's kind of what it is. If you've watched Game of Thrones, you know what a bastard is. That's pretty much what the entire show is about. Anyway, time to be quiet.
Ha! Yes, I guess it does it, that. I should use that line more often. I would have told you, but it never really meant anything to me. I was inconvenient, a possible threat to Kaelin's rule, and so they kept me secret. I'd never talked about it to anyone. Everyone who knew either resented me for it or they coddled me. Even Duncan kept me out of the fighting because of it. I didn't want you to know as long as possible. I'm sorry. Oh, good. I'm glad. It's not like I got special treatment for it anyhow. Al Eamon eventually married a young woman from Orlais, despite all the problems it caused with the king so soon after the war. He loved her a great deal. Anyway, the new Arlessa resented the rumors which pegged me as the Arl's bastard. They weren't true, but of course they existed. The Arl didn't care, but she did. So off I was packed to the nearest monastery at age 10. Just as well. The Arlessa made sure the castle wasn't a home to me by that point. She despised me. I suppose you're right. I wasn't raised as the Arl's son, though. If you're picturing that, I slept in hay out in the stables, not on silk sheets. I remember I had an amulet with Andraste's holy symbol on it. The only thing I had of my mother's. I was so furious at being sent away, I tore it off and threw it at the wall, and it shattered. Stupid, stupid thing to do. The owl came by the monastery a few times to see how I was, but I was stubborn. I hated it there and blamed him for everything. And eventually he just stopped coming. And raised by dogs. Or I may as well have been the way I acted. But maybe all young bastards act like that, I don't know. All I know is that the Arl is a good man and well loved by the people. He also was King Kaelin's uncle, so he has a personal motivation to see Loghain pay for what he did. So there you have it. Now can we move on? And I'll just pretend you still think I'm some nobody who was too lucky to die with the rest of the Grey Wardens. See? I knew you could do it. It's easy, isn't it?
Alright then. So now we know more about him. Now let's remove his ass so we can actually have Shale with us. Let's go! Onwards! Hi, Thomas.
I thought I saw travelers coming down the road, though I scarcely believed it. Have you come to help us? So you don't know? Has nobody out there heard? We're under attack. Monsters come out of the castle every night and attack us until dawn. Everyone's been fighting and dying.
Is anyone surprised? Anyone?
Apparently everyone seems to agree that a blight is the perfect time to start killing each other. Marvelous, really.
We've no army to defend us. No Arl and no king to send us help. So many are dead. And those left are terrified they're next. I should take you to Ban Tegan. He's all that's holding us together. He'll want to see you. He's just over there in the chantry. Please, come.
You know, I'm kind of surprised not a lot of people are remarking that Suzuka's a dwarf. I mean, when I was the elf character, as Shioko, a lot of people kept on going, are you one of those Dalish people? So it's kind of weird.
It's Thomas, yes? And who are these people with you? They're obviously not simple travelers.
Oh, good eye.
No, my lord. They just arrived, and I thought you would want to see them.
Well done, Thomas. Greetings, friends. My name is Tegan, Ban of Rainersphere, brother to the Arl. You're a rather unusual group, to say the least. Can I ask who you are and why you've come? A Grey Warden? I thought you all died along with my nephew. At least that is what Loghain would have us believe. Of course not. You are here to see Eamon. Unfortunately, that is not possible. He has been ill, and he may be dead for all we know. No one has heard from the castle in days. No guards patrol the walls, and no one has responded to my shouts. The attack started a few nights ago. Evil things surged from the castle. We drove them back, but many perished during the assault. Some call them the Walking Dead, decomposing corpses returning to life with a hunger for human flesh. They hit again the next night. Each night they come with greater numbers. With Kaelin dead and Loghain starting a war over the throne, no one responds to my urgent calls for help. I have a feeling tonight's assault will be the worst yet. I'm asking you, please, help us. Help Eamon.
pointless to help these villagers fight an impossible battle. One would think we had enough to contend with elsewhere.
Thank you. Thank you. This means more to me than you can guess. Thomas, please tell Murdoch what transpired. Then return to your post.
Yes, my lord.
Now then, there is much to do before night falls. I put 2 men in charge of the defense outside. Murdoch, the village mayor, is outside the chantry. Sir Perth, one of Eamon's knights, is just up the cliff at the windmill, watching the castle. You may discuss with them the preparations for the coming battle. Very well. Luck be with you, my friend.
Oh, that's simple enough.